been an exciting development in Aston Villa world today, and it does not involve transfers, which we will chat about in a minute. But what it involves is that Professor Unai Emery has been nominated for January's Premier League Manager of the Month. 3 wins, 1 draw. We started off the month by beating Tottenham Hotspur 2-0 away, in which Villa absolutely dominated. We ended the month by absolutely dominating Southampton, though their fans may believe they were somewhat unlucky with the 2 goals that were ruled out. And then we followed the Tottenham win with a 1-1 draw against Wolves, and then followed that with another with a home win against Leeds United, beating them 2-1. Now, what I would say is that the 2 away games were very impressive. They showed tactical awareness. We just completely outplayed both sides. And you saw the benefit of having such a talented head coach and manager in Unai Emery. The home games were quite interesting, and they reminded me a bit of the Liverpool game in December, where Liverpool, Wolves, and Leeds all largely dominated the first half of the home games. Now, at half-time, Unai Emery obviously recognised what wasn't going right, made subtle shifts, made player changes, was willing to quickly change things in a way that in all 3 of the games, you would say Villa came out and were the better side. So that would show that we finally have a manager that is in a big contrast to previous regimes, where the manager is able to react in-game very positively, and it's working. You compare it to the Steven Gerrard reign, where you just can't help but think that Steven Gerrard would say something like, you got to get amongst them at half-time. You got to get the players, amped up, and I'm looking for that bit of magic and all that. And you just kind of sense that it's almost like this may not have been his intention, but it kind of sounded like it was almost passing the buck onto the players. Now, yes, there are occasions when players are to blame. Sometimes they can down tools. Sometimes they don't turn up, as happened in the Stevenage FA Cup game. And I do put that down to the players, and there have been repercussions for some of the players in that game already. But by and large, most of the time, I would say sometimes it's just the system that the players are playing in isn't working, and it's on the manager to adjust that in game and ensure that you put the players and their strengths into a system that works. And Gerrard, I don't think, was ever capable of doing that, whereas I think that Unai Emery has demonstrated already that he can do that. So this Manager of the Month award, get on the Aston Villa website and let's all vote for him, because, come on, it's the first time in such a long time that it has felt like a manager has an aura and that he's building something. And this is a man who's won 4 Europa League trophies. So it feels like something's happening at Villa. A man who has a real clarity of vision in the players he's let go already, in those he wants to bring in and has brought in. Yes, it's been a really good start under Unai Emery, a well-deserved Manager of the Month award. The other ones nominated, Mikel Arteta at Arsenal, who's doing an absolutely incredible job. And that shows, you got to be patient sometimes. It's taken him a while for everything to click at Arsenal, a few years, and they're doing that this season. And I'm kind of rooting for them as well this year to win it. I think we've left it a bit late in the day for Villa. I think we're all a bit bored of Man City winning it by now. Nottingham Forest, Steve Cooper, another nominee. He's really turning it around there. Again, a very intelligent manager, as he proved in his time at Swansea. Brighton's Roberto De Zerbi, a manager who, to be honest, I didn't know a great deal about until he came to Brighton. But he seems to have really energised the team. But they weren't quite energetic enough to beat Aston Villa, were they? That 2-1 win. And then Brentford's Thomas Frank has also been nominated. So, look, it would be great for Unai Emery to win that award so early on. And hopefully, and I really believe it won't be the last time he's nominated for an award like this, Professor Emery's Unai-versity. That's what he's building. But Transfers as well. It's been a bit quiet today. There were reports yesterday I saw of Callum Chambers could potentially be free to leave. On top of that, we've seen a few other players going already. Ludwig Augustinsson's been told he can go. Jan Bednarek's gone back to Southampton. Morgan Sanson's been sent on loan to Strasbourg, as has, Frederick Gilbert has joined Strasbourg permanently. So you're seeing a lot of players go. Danny Ings as well, £15 million to West Ham. Bit divisive, that one, but I personally agreed with it. I think it's the best value we could have got for him at the time. So, just very much backing Emery in the kind of players he wants to bring in. Very much backing him, his decisions for letting players go. Fine, if he doesn't think there's a future for them at Villa and the system that he wants to play. And you could say it does leave us a bit light, particularly if Callum Chambers goes. And you could then say, it's centre-back if there's an injury, or up front as well, then we're pretty light. And that could cause problems for us if we do go on a real surge towards potentially getting into Europe this season, which now, looks like a potentially realistic proposition. But it's January. It's very difficult to get the players you want at fair prices, particularly. And fair play if Villa don't want to be held to ransom, really. The link that will not go away is Matteo Guendouzi. That's the one that I think I'm kind of 50-50 about. I really didn't think it would happen last week. Now I'm kind of thinking maybe we could see some movement. But if we have to wait until the summer, then so be it. Yes, it would leave the squad could be left light if we don't bring anyone else in. But to me, it's not the end of the world. I understand some of the concerns, though, that some Villa fans may have about it. But look, if you want to talk about it, I'll respond down in the comments. Let's all get chatting. I've loved doing these videos recently. We've sort of picked it up a bit. Love communicating with all the people who are watching and listening to this podcast. It's just great. There's loads of other great Villa content out there, so thank you for watching and listening, and please subscribe. There's way more to come. It's been great meeting fellow Villans, to be honest. So look, let's end it all off by saying let's get to the Villa website. Let's vote for Unai Emery to win January Manager of the Month, and up the Villa.